What's going on, everybody? So I have been trying to shoot this video on change for the better part of 3 days. I'm in Flagstaff, Arizona now, as you know from the previous video. I'm gonna ride around for a little bit and show you the sights. I went to school here 19 years ago. If it wasn't so cloudy, you'd be able to see the San Francisco peaks over there. It's quite the sight when you really can see it in all its glory. It's pretty cool. And just on the other side of these buildings, you just saw a moment ago, Mount Eldon. I used to ride my mountain bike up that little hill. It's a foothill of the San Francisco peaks. And one time when I rode my mountain bike up there, it's probably like, I don't know, 12 miles up an old forest road. Up here on, I'll continue that in a second, up here on the left corner of this brick building, this is Babbitt Brothers. They sell outdoor equipment. That was still here when I was here 19 years ago. And I went into it yesterday and it looks the exact same. The salespeople might be different, but they look the same as they did in the 1990s. I used to ride my mountain bike straight up this road here from my apartment, all the way to Mount Eldon. And we're gonna kind of take that route right now. And it's, as I started to say, 12 miles up a forest road to get up to there. So Mount Eldon, now it keeps hiding behind buildings and trees on us, man. Much like this guy right here. I'd ride up this hill here, and Flagstaff is 7,000 feet above sea level. And when I first moved here, I felt it. After a while, I got used to the elevation. But today I was climbing the staircase to my hotel room, and boy, did I feel the elevation. This hill's a lot easier on a motorcycle, I'll say that. And just after we crest this hill, we'll probably be able to see Mount Eldon a lot better. Oh yeah, here it comes. So there it is, with the radio towers on top, somewhat enveloped by some clouds. This hospital was not here when I was here 20 years ago. There it is. Now, when I was here in my 20s, the whole side of the mountain was just brown from a forest fire that happened 15 years prior to that. It's green now. You know, nearly 20 years later. You can kind of see it a little bit. It's the one with the radio towers you can see really well. It's a little bit more bald than the other one. Doesn't have as many trees on it. But yeah, there was a forest fire 15 years, so 35 years ago, and it was completely brown when I was here in my 20s in the late 1990s. And it's green now. So yeah, one time I was riding my mountain bike up that forest road, which I will not be taking my Harley up because it's steep, it's rutted, it's full of water damage. It would be a lot of fun to take a KLR 650 up there, which maybe someday I'll be doing, but I will not be taking my Harley on that forest road. I'll ride to the edge of it, but I will not be riding my Harley up there. So I'd ride my bike down this way, go to the edge of the foothills of the San Francisco peaks, Mount Eldon being one of them. Probably listening to the Dave Matthews Band, or Wilco, or one of the other bands that I loved back then. I'd ride my mountain bike down this road after riding through downtown and onto the Sunset Trailhead here near Flagstaff that winds its way up the forest road, a 12% grade here. Gotta concentrate on using my skills. that winds its way up from Flagstaff's elevation, 7,000 feet, up to about 10,300 feet. And oh boy, I could handle the elevation back then. There's no way I'd be able to get on a mountain bike and climb another 2,500 feet from 7,000 feet. But climbing to the top on my mountain bike is just one of those really great experiences that I had when I was in my 20s. I did it a lot, but one time when I did it, it takes about, I don't know, it takes a long time to get up there. I don't remember how long, but one time I made it to the top and there was a couple of guys working on the radio towers. And one of them said, "Whoa, man, we hardly ever see any mountain bikers up here. That's pretty cool." And they offered me water. Drank some water with them and just enjoyed their company for about half an hour, 45 minutes. I had to go back down an elevation because I was just wearing shorts and a t-shirt on that July day. And 10,000 feet on that day was pretty cool because it was windy up there. But man, as one of my fondest memories of being here is having somebody say, "We hardly see anybody up here." And that relates to when I was talking to Jeff in another video, earlier video in this series, how you need to challenge yourself, how you need to push yourself to extremes sometimes. That's why I'm on this motorcycle. That's why you guys get on the motorcycle too. There's a lot of change here. Back then, these bicycle trails weren't here. I had to ride on the shoulder. But those experiences help you to grow and help you to change. And I know a lot of people are challenged by change. But it's where you grow. It really is. It's where you learn. And accepting change is a positive thing. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. Coming back to Flagstaff is an emotional experience for me. Hugely emotional. Because I made some mistakes in my 20s while living here. I'm recalling some of those mistakes now. But the best part is I've learned from those mistakes. And now I'm experiencing this again. And seeing not only the change within this city, but also the change within myself from that stupid 20-year-old I was to the man that I am now. None of these houses were here. This was all like fields, prairie. This is crazy to see, guys. Like I said, big changes in this town. But there's been big changes in myself as well since I've last been here 19 years ago. And this road will eventually turn into that forest road that I just described, but I'm going to try and go as far as I can and maybe just walk a little bit and talk a little bit more. If only I had that KLR right now to be able to head up there. Man, this brings back so many memories though. Like I said, there's a lot of change, but there's still some of the things that are the same. A lot of the types of people who live here are the same. Like I mentioned, the salespeople in Babbitt's. The smells are definitely the same. Hopefully I don't get stuck in the mud here. But I've been off-roading on this bike before. You guys have seen it in a previous video. Alright, this is a good spot. I think. We'll find out. Maybe I should get a stone and put it below the bike. See how soft that is. Oh, it's pretty hard. Like I was saying, some of the people are the same. The smells are definitely the same. And behind me here, Ponderosa pine. I'm gonna do something weird right now. Yep, I just smelled the pine tree. Ponderosa pines, which are obviously predominantly here in Flagstaff, you can see, they have a certain smell to them. I kind of love the smell. I'm not going to tell you what they smell like. Put in the comments below, without Googling it, what you think a Ponderosa pine smells like. I'll give you a hint. There's a certain type of candy that it smells like. Go ahead and put it in the comments below. I'm going to go for a little hike. Come along with.